Rocky Solutions. A little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and my mom is from a little village outside of Espanola called Hernandez, and she and my dad met in Washington, D.C. and moved back here and had me. And you all know my dad.
Which one is he, the one filming?
Yeah!
Must be the dad.
So, about me, I went to high school here. I got my business degree, was working on my master's in business before I had my son, and then I got into the mortgage business I was his assistant for many, many years before this, but I moved out to Arizona for 5 years and worked at Wells Fargo Home Mortgage and was in the mortgage industry for about 18 years. And then my dad retired, and I started working at Albuquerque Journal for about a year. And my best work friend there moved to solar, and I decided that's what I want to do too. She recruited me. And this is the only job I've ever loved with my full heart. I really believe in our product, and I really love my company too. I got solar 2 years ago, right when I started working there. I was one of my clients, and I'm very happy. Who here bought their home with cash because they thought it was a good investment? Who here bought their home on a mortgage, on a 30-year mortgage, because they thought it was a good investment? Okay, so yes, both are very good investments. I feel the same way about electricity. You need electricity. It's a utility that you can't, especially in Albuquerque, you cannot go off grid. But and there's a monopoly with the utility companies that you could either be their renter, their renter who they increase the rent on you annually about 9% every year, or you could own your electricity, be a business partner with your utility company at a lower rate than what you're currently paying. So when you look at the numbers, I thought that solar was like a luxury, and it used to be, but prices have dropped, I think, since 2010, about 70%. So it's super affordable to get solar. What they do is they find out what your average use is for your home and place the panels where they would get optimal sunshine. And then you produce enough energy for your home, and then a little bit, I like to give people a cushion so that they're not on the block system anymore. So you either go for, right now you're renting at either 7 cents, 10 cents, or 12 cents, or during peak months when you really need air conditioning, 15 cents. And they charge you this whenever they want. So now that I'm on the net metering program, my bill, I always know that my bill will be $8.19. I'm still a customer of PNM. So, but my credits that I don't use get put in like a piggy bank. So even if I have a big party, I know that next month my bill will be $8.19. My solar bill is lower than what my average was. And it never, I don't have to be like, oh, what's it gonna be this month? It's like my mortgage payment. I never get upset about it. So there are no benefits right now to renting your electricity. It's kind of like with renting a home. If you're only planning on staying in a town for 6 months to a year, then yeah, it probably makes sense for you to just rent and not buy. But if you're going to live in your home for over 6 months, then there are, I'm not sure what everybody's tax situation is, but the federal government will provide 30%, they'll pay for 30% of your system, and the state of New Mexico will pay for 10%. So the program that I'm on, of course, like buying a home, you could put a big lump sum down, you could pay outright cash for it. I chose to finance my solar and put myself on a 25-year plan the same way I put myself in a 30-year mortgage. I got the tax benefits from it. I'm energy independent. I'm zero down, so I didn't feel there was no, it was just a bill swap, is what I experienced. It also improves the roof lifespan because it's super durable. I mean, they'll show you the videos of where like hail is hitting it at, you know, golf ball size hail is hitting it at 250 miles and it won't break it. And then they show these trucks driving on top of the panels, and it's just very, they help your roof out, so. And also property value increase. I know that there's a lot of, there's a lot of people have had bad experiences with solar, and that, I guarantee you, is leased panels. You never wanna get leased panels because that means somebody else owns a part of your roof. We are an ownership program, so there are no UCC liens. I asked my buddy, who's a an appraiser, I said, how do you appraise homes with solar? And he said, it depends on the area, of course. There's no value given for leased panels, but I generally give about 5% for owned panels. So, right now, it also makes your home more sellable. You look at 2 homes, one that are the exact same, and one has an electricity bill and one doesn't, people are gonna buy that home. So, and there's all sorts of statistics on, you know, how they are more sellable. And then we also offer cash and military discounts, so please let me know what your status is. And do you have any questions?
Tell me about your company. I don't know
Oh,
anything
yes,
about
I'm
your
sorry.
company.
Oh yeah, Meraki Solutions, I'm sorry. We've been in business in Albuquerque for about 5 years. We are all over, we're planning on opening, I think they wanna open up at least 20 new offices in Texas, but 10 more in New Mexico. We can do business in Arizona, Utah, Nevada, Colorado, Texas, and Florida, and North Carolina. But we're growing rapidly. It's a huge industry, especially in Texas right now, so. Oh, and I'm sorry, one more thing that I think that makes our company different is that we also offer renewable energy products besides solar. So let's say we can't get your offset, that means the amount of electricity you use in a year. Let's say you've got a shaded area of your roof and we can't hit that 100% mark. We can offer like smart thermostats or an OptiBox, which is a surge protector that also adds like an extra 10% cushion to your electricity savings. And LED lights, so I think we're a great company.
So, in the past, when people were getting solar and starting off, they used to receive monetary checks from B&M. Is that still standard?
This is the last, you have to have, first of all, a 10 kilowatt system or a smaller system with a 10 kilowatt inverter. That is ending this year. PNM will only do credits for new systems. Now, people who are grandfathered in, they get the rates from way back then, and they are very, I can guarantee that people who got their solar 10 years ago, they're not like, oh man, I wish I had waited until the technology improved. They've been saving money this entire time. So, yes, the buyback, it's not very much. I have myself, you can either do a buyback or a rollover, and I'm on the rollover system because I feel like it's more bang for my buck, but,
One last question.
sure.
So, how long does it take to actually own this product for the value to be a positive?
I think it's instantly because you're stopping renting and you're owning. So it's like instantly you're getting monetary monthly savings, but they say, I guess it's about the rate that you're talking about, return on investment.
Because
I
what
think
happens is they raise it, is that gonna offset the raising of it? Does your $8.95 a month, is that gonna change? Is that a fixed or is that gonna be variable?
That's PNM's fixed, it's actually $7.11, but then the New Mexico state taxes, so that could go up, but,
That's
I
a
will-
standby charge, I think
That's-
is what.
yeah.
Yeah, it's for you being connected to the grid. And
Yes.
Ours, we went over, we're making like 20% more energy than we need, and our bill went down by like $80 average on our bill to do it. Like it literally cut our bill in half. And in 20 years, it'll be just that
And you own
$7
it.
payment or whatever.
Exactly, so if you win the lottery, you can't go into PNM and say, I'd like to pay off my PNM bill. You can do that with solar and just outright own your energy, and, there is no return on investment with the current plan that, you're on the block system plan, there's no return on investment on that. And the interest rate, I mean, it just keeps going up 9% every year. And I'm not sure if you all saw KRQE, the news about the rolling blackouts. They're gonna have to buy electricity from other utility companies. What do you think is gonna happen to your rates? I know that I don't feel them, I know that you won't feel them. We don't have to worry about it, but, you know.
Yes.
So this is like, I think kind of newer technology is for solar, but do you guys have any plans on doing transfer switches, so similar to a generator?
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard that, but I discourage batteries because I don't think the technology's there, so I always encourage people to get a generator, but I'll look into that. I wanna talk to you more about that, because Yes, sir.
So generally, how long do panels last before they need replacement?
25 to 30 years.
Yeah, there's some warranties for like the high wattage panels, they have a 30-year warranty. The regular panels are a 25-year warranty, but they will produce after 40 years. So there's still, that's why I also give a cushion because of the degradation. I wanna make sure that in 40 years, it's still producing. Yes, sir.
I was going to mention that I paid cash for mine, and when I divide essentially what I paid for it by the 25 years, it's about a $65 a month electric payment is what I'm paying myself. I got mine from Meraki Solar. I don't know why, but
If you're wondering how reliable they are, on Sunday my system got 10 bullets into 4 of the panels, and it's still producing energy from the other ones.
Wow, yes.
So, yeah.
Drunk? Shooting again?
Drunk? No, it's,
Yes, Marty.
So I'm wondering, do the panels also act sort of like a shade structure in terms of, if they're absorbing energy from the sun and all that, isn't that less heat hitting your roof and then transmitting into the house?
Yes, there's micro inverters on the back that also kind of create a little bit of heat, but, so maybe it offsets both, but I don't think that I'm not sure about that, I'll have to find out.
You may have answered this and I didn't get it. So there's an upfront cost.
0.
Okay, but there's a cost for the system.
Yes,
The system costs money.
yes,
Okay, whether you pay for it or finance it, that's a separate issue. So let's say I buy a system and 4 years from now I want to sell my house.
so,
I gotta sell that system too, right?
correct, I mean, you could take the panels with you, but it's designed for your home. It's designed for where the production is gonna hit the most. So I always recommend, like in my situation, I put myself on a 25-year plan because of the time value money. I wanted the tiniest payment right now. And when I decide to move, I will either have the person who's renting my home pay off the solar, or I'll just include it in the sales price.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at. So your house is $250,000 and you got a $25,000 solar system, or I don't know what they cost. What do they cost? Typically.
The average is 25, 30.
Okay, so $25,000. Now I got a $275,000 house.
With no electricity.
I know, but I'm trying to get rid of it.
Okay, so then you could, the loans are transferable.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
We bought a house that had solar and we had to enter into the 10-year contract.
Okay.
So then we took it over for 10 years, so now it's under our lease for those payments.
gotcha.
Were those all your leased panels?
So they're leased right now, yeah.
Okay, we got time for one more question.
Yes.
In terms of technology, if I buy today, I know next week the iPhone 15's coming out. So what does my panels? How do I upgrade the panels?
So you would wait until your, until it got shot out by bullets.
Yeah.
And then they would replace it under warranty. They would replace it with whatever was newest and best technology.
So,
So-
and then is it every 5 years you have to change, upgrade, or
No.
as long as it's working, leave it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's not producing what it should be, call the warranty department and they will, there's no maintenance. I think that's like a huge thing, is I'm not up there like on my roof with my acrophobia washing stuff off. No, there's no maintenance. So thank you.